shit, it's Thornton.
Yes, I've told you everything. Everything? No. I think we will need more than that.
But I don't know what happened in Moscow. There was someone there, a man, Thornton.
Enough about this Thornton already. He's dead. Dead in Saudi Arabia. What about the shipments? I thought you made sure we weren't being followed.
Oh man, Marber's gonna be pissed.
Better clean up this mess then.
Russians. What the hell are they doing here? A lot of art pieces here. Looks like they're being shipped somewhere.
Cossacks should have stayed in Mother Russia.
base channels are lighting up. Are you still at the warehouse?
I interrupted a lethal question and answer session. Getting some additional data now.
Well, the authorities are on their way. So whatever you need to do, you do it.
Almost done, but I want to know who they were torturing. Let me ID them and then I'm out of here.
All right, but hurry. Mike, you've got less than a minute. Mike, get out of there.
Got an ID and some papers he had on him.
Good. Now get out of there. They're almost outside the warehouse. They're pulling up now.
Mike?
Huh? Oh. Sorry, long day.
I imagine. I saw what happened at the warehouse on the news. There wasn't any reports of you being taken into custody, though, so I wasn't sure what had happened.
They spotted me at the warehouse, so I had to think quickly. I got the intel I needed, but it made getting out a lot harder.
Are you hurt?
No. Just need to get my second wind. I have to travel in the morning anyway if I want to find out what's going on in the ruins.
I noticed you had medical supplies in the cabinet. If you want, I could...
I don't need medical attention, I'm fine.
Do you ever slow down? You've been running yourself ragged ever since I've met you. If you're always like this...
I have to be. These people I'm after, they're on a timetable I'm still trying to catch up with.
You'll catch them, Mike. I know it.
I think you're about the best break I've had in catching them since I arrived in Rome. Thanks. You should get some sleep, Madison. Alright, I'm at the ruins.
And the bike?
It's close by. It's a nice ride. Looks like the area is under renovation.
The site's closed to the public, Mike. You shouldn't run into any civilians.
Looks like Al-Samad was right. One of their cells is operating here.
Show yourself! You're out there!
Trying to take in all the sights I see.
Good to see how the renovations are going. Don't need these. That's one. Those look like marble. No, we'll find out. another one. And one more to go. What is this place?
If it's beneath the bath, it's probably where they kept the fires, to heat up the bath water.
So, you majored in architecture.
No. Ancient Roman plumbing, with a minor in architecture. Your signal's breaking up a little, Mike.
Must be the ghosts down here.
Are you in the catacombs?
Yeah, but not for much longer. Don't want to pick up any curses. That's the last of the weapons. Hope the world doesn't end up like this if Halbeck fucks it up.
You and me both. I've got a link to all the transmissions to this station. But I'll need some time to trace the signal's origin.
So, I just stand here and wait?
Now you know how I feel. Just make sure nothing interferes with the station until I finish the trace. Then?
Then? What then? We've got trouble, don't we?
Protect the trace, Mike. If we lose it now...
Don't worry, they're not getting anywhere near it. Keep coming, assholes. I got plenty of bullets.
It looks like a dummy corporation. Cross-referencing with known contacts. Hold on, Mike, I almost have it. Got it. Mike, what did you do?
Erasing my tracks. And the weapons.
Caught your exploits on the news. At least you had your shooting gallery escapade outside the city limits.
I accomplished the mission. That's all you need to know.
That covers the warehouse and the Pompeii ruins. With those two leads, is there any clue as to what Marburg is up to? We don't have anything else to go on.
I found an Alcemont communications array in the ruins, and some weapon caches. I'm not sure what the weapons were going to be used for, but maybe if I do another pass through what I found at the warehouse...
There's got to be some connection. We just have to take a step back, see what the connection is.
Marburg was able to get the munitions into the country through Alcemont, but the warehouse was the destination of the bombs.
He wasn't planning to destroy the warehouse, though, right? Was he planning to store the bombs there, use them later in Rome?
Well, that doesn't make much sense. The warehouse was on the outskirts of Rome. There's plenty of other storage areas he could have used.
So there was something special about that warehouse. Its inventory. It's mostly art and museum pieces, right?
I could call up the inventory and see if there's any possible name or location connection.
Were any of the warehouse pieces outbound through customs? Maybe he was smuggling weapons and art pieces.
I doubt it. It looks like the pieces were intended for a museum in the city. Although... Wait, no. Some of the pieces had already been shipped out.
To where? I used to work part-time in restoration in one of the museums. I may be able to help. It's actually part of the reason Marburg hired me, I think.
Marburg hired you because you used to work at a museum?
Yeah, the Museum of Art in Rome. I think they have an exhibit on the Crusades showcase there now. What's wrong?
Some of the pieces in that warehouse. I'm certain they were from that museum.
He's going to bomb the museum. But why?
I have no idea, but that's his target. I need to get there before he does. in the museum.
Mike, I just picked something up on the cameras. It's Marburg's men. They have Madison.
Damn it. Mina, is there anyone in the museum?
It's normal hours. A few tour groups, security guards. It's a light day for tourists. But that's still a lot of people if the bomb goes off.
I won't let it happen.
Mike, you need to hurry.
Why? What's going on?
It sounds like Marburg's men are attacking the security guards. Security's outnumbered. They'll be slaughtered.
Agent Thornton, you made it. Good. That makes things interesting. We have Madison. She's being held in the west wing of the museum. My men have orders to execute her.
That where your bombs are too?
No, the bombs are with me at the Crusades exhibit. You won't have time to reach both. Either way, someone dies.
You're right about that, Marburg. Why don't you stay put? I'll be right there.
Left or right, Thornton? Your choice. Madison, or coming after me and the bombs. There's not time for both.
Mike, Madison. She's in the wing to your left, but the bombs are in the wing to the right.
Which way should I go?
I don't know, Mike. You'll have to make the call. But I don't think Marburg is bluffing. Mike, they've sealed off the entrance to the other wing.
Guess there's only one way to go now.
Mike, I'm picking up some interference on the channel. And judging from the frequencies, there's some proximity mines near your location.
I'll keep an eye on it. upstairs to the workshops. There's a tunnel leading to an adjacent building in the restoration room. Go!
Mike, I can't let you...
Go, damn it!
I expected you to carry out your mission. Instead, you let your personal feelings get in the way.
She was my responsibility. I brought her into this.
Yes, you did. Saving her doesn't make you a hero, Thornton. Far from it.
Really?
You've done something to her that will never be undone. You've traded her life for the lives of others. You think that falls solely on you? No, not at all.
Even if the bombs went off, I'll still stop you, Marburg.
No, you won't. There's nothing more you can do.
You blew up an exhibit.
No, I committed a terrorist act in a major European city. Well, Al-Samad did. And it's not just an exhibit. It was a symbol.
A symbol of what? Fear?
A reminder about manifest destiny, blind obedience, and their icons. A man must stand on his own, Thornton.
So says the corporate tool.
I'm done speaking with you, Thornton. Step out with your hands up.
Why don't you come get me?
Thought you could hide. Discretion is the better part of valor. Give up to no. Keep on struggling. We'll keep Where did you get your training, Thornton? You don't give up. I expected more from a self-appointed hero. You are disposable and obsolete.
Surrender now, and I can negotiate a deal, Marburg.
Oh, I don't think so, Thornton. Immunity, protection, those things don't interest me. Even if the authorities knew I existed, which they don't.
Don't add to the body count, Marburg. There's no point to any of this.
I think you'll see Miss St. James before I do, Thornton.
Keep talking. Lets me know where to shoot.
Enough of this.
Damn it, he's getting away.
There's nothing you can do now, Mike. Get out of there. There'll be another time.
It was a difficult choice. The woman you placed in harm's way, or stopping a terrorist bombing. Oh, if I had been in your shoes, well, I don't know what I would have done.
She took precedence. It was my fault she was there.
Indeed. After Saudi Arabia, I always thought your mission came first. That's what made you so useful.
I still don't see how this bombing helps you.
Really? That's because you have a very narrow view of events.
Then tell me what the bigger picture is.
I can't expect you to keep up with every news report. I have an entire division devoted to it. Plus my ace in the hole. This bombing reorganized terrorist legislation in the European Union.
So what? How does that benefit you?
The reorganization benefits Hellback. Surveillance, Airport screening tech, weapons. Mr. Marburg's little crusade in Rome has reminded Europe what fear is.
So those people in the museum that died.
That wasn't the plan, but... At least you saved one of them, didn't you? I certainly hope you're not blaming me for something you could have prevented, Mike. Oh, how did that turn out, by the way? Saving the damsel in distress and all.
And when you come back, I'll be gone. I don't want you to try and find me. I don't understand why you put me over the lives of those people in the museum. I don't know how you expect me to live with something like that. Or how you can. I can't be there if you have to make a choice like that again. I don't want you to feel like you're responsible for me anymore. Goodbye, Mike. I'm sorry.
I'm here, Mina. What's wrong?
It's Halbeck, Mike. They're going to act. Taipei, Rome, Moscow. As far as the agency is concerned, they've been resolved to Halbeck's satisfaction. Perhaps not ideally, but Halbeck's projections are optimistic.
That'll be fun until the actual war starts. So what, they're just gonna sit back and let the cash registers fill?
Not yet. First they'll delete Alpha Protocol and erase everything associated with it. That doesn't leave me much to work with. And you're all I've got.
All you've got? To do what, exactly?
If Alpha Protocol is erased, then you're erased. Whatever life you had will be gone. You'll be rogue forever. Until someone finds you and kills you.
I'm more concerned about Alpha Protocol and Halbeck getting away with this.
Me too. After Alpha Protocol is buried, it's all over. Halbeck's involvement will be covered up. The operations in Moscow, Taipei, and Rome will never see the light of day. All we'll see are the consequences. They don't have the full picture. They think they're starting a Cold War that they can live off of for years. If Halbeck isn't exposed, if Alpha Protocol isn't exposed.
Or both.
You're the only one I can turn to, Mike. The only one I've been able to count on through this whole mess. I don't know whether it's your pride, revenge, or a sense of duty that's been pushing you through this. But I trust you. And I've seen you pull off some impossible things.
It was always there. And it's not duty. It's about doing what's right. But why do you care? I mean, you are Alpha Protocol.
No, Mike, I'm not. And neither is the rest of the team for much longer. What happens next depends on you.
So, just find a top-secret facility, God knows where, defeat the folks that trained me, along with a battalion of agents and Marines, recover the evidence of an international conspiracy, and, prevent World War III. Anything else?
If you could bring a chai latte, that would be great.
Not a problem. Guess I better get started then.
What are you going to do?
Call in a few favors. If Alpha Protocol thinks it's the only one with an army, they're in for a shock.
World War III isn't on the horizon. A recent European Union study published by the Scarpacci Group, a Rome-based political think tank, lists 37 points of concern, including a sharp upswing in terrorist activity in the past month, the assault on the United States Embassy in Moscow, and China's increasing mobilization in the wake of Taiwanese independence rallies as evidence that a global conflict of unprecedented proportions may be closer than we think.
In financial news, Halbeck Industries is facing intense scrutiny from shareholders. Just the latest bump in a troubled road for the once mighty defense contractor.
Halbeck has shown increasing signs of moving into a business slump, with profits shrinking and a reported 50% of their projects canceled. Pressure from shareholders is suspected to force the industry giant into massive layoffs.
CEO Robert Halbeck III has given numerous reassurances to the press that the company is merely entering a, quote, re-engineering period, and has has no plans to institute a layoff program, but claims instead that the company is preparing for, quote, a new and exciting period of growth.
This most recent statement saw Halbeck's stock rise 2 points yesterday, but this was soon followed by a plunge of 10 more points.
Certainly a tricky situation for the contractor. Hard to bring back confidence from a slump like that, wouldn't you say, Roger?
Definitely, Melissa. The CEO could try appearing with an attractive young coworker, although that doesn't always help ratings, or consumer confidence. More on this story as it develops. Tragic news for dog lovers. The latest target of scammers are online puppy buyers, those seeking the comfort of canine companionship via the internet.
Many organizations have received complaints from buyers who have been taken in by multiple false claims, including... Designer Robin Goulet's latest show in New York was greeted with surprisingly mixed reviews.
The focal point of the show was the controversial theme of ruined beauty.
Fans of the designer...
Scarlet?
Come in, Mike.
Your door was open. You don't seem surprised. How did you know it was me?
I would have known if it wasn't you. Footsteps are like signatures.
That's an interesting skill to have picked up.
In case you haven't guessed already, I don't have much of a social life. What is it you needed, Mike? Got another story to pass along?
Yes, but it's complicated.
That so? What a surprise. Very little about you seems simple. I was pretty certain you might be Interpol or military, but my gut tells me intelligence. But none of my contacts have heard of you.
Contacts? So you've been checking up on me?
I didn't want to, but you really don't leave me much choice if I want to know the truth.
If I was intelligence, is that something you think I'd tell a journalist?
You tell me. And I'd like you to be honest with me, if you can. I think I deserve that much.
There's not much to say. I used to work for the United States government. I still do, in my own way.
What do you mean?
I'm not exactly welcome back home. When you met me in Saudi Arabia, that was my last official mission with the US. After that, I've been on my own. Except for people I've met on the way. Like you.
It doesn't sound like you've had a chance to relax in Saudi Arabia.
That's an understatement.
My military and intelligence contacts didn't have much on you.
Not surprising.
So, I checked the corporate gossip. Halbeck's taken quite an interest in you.
Let's just say Leyland and I don't see eye to eye on business practices. You ever met him?
At press conferences? Quite the snake. But that doesn't explain why Halbech would be after you.
I accidentally discovered something in Saudi Arabia I shouldn't have. Something that could ruin Halbech.
What did you find out?
I found they'd been selling weapons to Al Samad, and I got proof.
Is that why you're here?
I don't trust anyone else with it. And if something happens to me, then the world needs to know.
It's that bad, huh?
Pretty bad.
I'll make sure it gets where it needs to go. Are you going to be all right?
I have no idea.
Do you need to leave right now?
No, I can stay. For a little while if you need me to.
Considering I might not see you again, I'd like that.
The world can wait, then.
Welcome, Agent Thornton. This is the meeting I spoke of long ago in Saudi Arabia, I believe. I have much to share with you.
Is it about Halbech?
A portion of it is, yes. The rest concerns its partner, your Alpha Protocol program. But that will cost you.
I don't have much more to give, Shahid. And I did spare your life before.
You know as well as I do. These events that Halbech has set in motion, they are not well researched. They are conflicts. And then there are wars. What they have started, it is a fire that will sweep the globe.
I'm not here to negotiate, and you've actively participated in these events. I don't see why it matters to you.
When these events will make my country suffer more than it deserves? Yes. And when another may shoulder the rightful blame? Again, yes.
Rightful blame.
Indeed. Are you prepared to betray your own country, Agent Thornton? When I speak of blame, it is the United States that is the one responsible for these events.
I've come this far, and I'm already acting against its best intentions, apparently.
And you have no doubts on this?
No. After that missile nearly obliterated me in Saudi, it's easy to tell who your friends are and who needs to die.
Very well. You should know the Alpha Protocol you are under. It is designed for such abuse, and you are a victim of it.
I know, but I walked into it, and it's my job to fix it.
I see. But you have come for help, or simply to call a favor due. I have information that should be of use to you in hurting Halbech. Accounts, transactions, and knowledge of their involvement with your program. And of course, the missile codes you asked for. Although I fail to see what use they are to you.
That's a start.
A start?
Yes. I need you to broadcast something for me. I have a suspicion that's going to cause quite a stir where I'm headed.
take care of what you had to do.
Everything's in place. How about you?
It shouldn't be much longer.
Any problems?
Just the one headed your way.
We'll see.
Mike, be careful.
Goodbye, Mina. Mind if I sit here?
Go ahead. It'll save me from having to call in the squad. All done running?
Never was.
Yeah, well, whatever you call it, I'm here to bring you in. Glad you're not making a fuss about this.
I called you, remember?
So, here we are, Agent Thornton.
Guess you can go home again.
If by home you mean prison. Mr. Westridge first spoke to you in this room, didn't he?
Interrogated, actually. It was a really dull conversation.
When he asked you why you volunteered for Alpha Protocol, do you remember what you told him?
It was my duty. I wanted to serve my country. I want to serve my country.
And you think by being assigned here is the best way to do that?
Give me a mission and I'll prove it.
Does it feel good being a patriot now, Mike? Looking back, everything you did for your country, was it worth it? Because they're not going to do a damn thing for you. They left you out to dry. That's the nature of this place. You'll have to excuse me, but I asked for this next part to be recorded for posterity. I wanted to make sure it's captured perfectly.
It was worth it. I'm gonna see this mission through, Leyland. Henry. I'm gonna see you arrested for those people you killed and see that Halbeck answers for its crimes.
Really?
Count on it.
All right, Thornton. I think you misunderstand me. You see, I'm not here to gloat. I'm here to offer you a deal.
I'm not giving up the film footage, see?
I don't care, Mike. That's a separate appointment in my calendar. Right now, we're discussing you and Halbeck.
What are you talking about?
If you stay here, it isn't going to turn out well for you. The best you could have hoped for was to be captured by Alpha Protocol. Then they can erase you, quietly. To me, that seems like a waste of talent.
Really?
Really? Do you know why I used you in the first place?
I'm all ears.
Because I recognize an asset when I see it. That is the reason Halbeck is where it is today, and why our numbers are so high. It's also why Mr. Marburg chose to work for me. It's because I recognize value, and I reward loyalty.
You're offering me a job.
Mike, you already work for me. I'd just like to make it official. We have an excellent insurance package.
What makes you think I'd even consider that?
Because you can't go back. You killed CIA agents in the line of duty. Those Marines you killed in Moscow. No American agent gets away with that in the end. You're not pretending to be a rogue agent anymore. You are one. They'll execute you. Me, I have a different perspective on the situation. I know what you did needed to be done to achieve results. It's a rare quality to find someone willing to think outside the box.
I still haven't heard your terms yet. And it sounds like you've made this offer before.
This was the same talk Marburg and I had a long time ago, although I didn't know his agency connection when I hired him. You're a special case. I was able to recruit right from the source. So, a few things. One, you're going to be executed at worst, or at best, spend life in a CIA prison in Eastern Europe. Two, this will be the last conversation you will have with another human being. And three, it really wasn't my fault that this whole situation happened, but I think you already recognize that.
I'm listening.
Mike, your government needed my contracts. They hired me to build this place, and worst of all, they created you.
Worst of all?
Yes, because when they create programs like this, there's no accountability. And when people never have to answer for the things they do...
People need to be protected. Sometimes it's necessary.
No, it's not. You're sitting in a cell because of it. Your life over. because of something they did they'll never have to answer for. I can fix that. We can fix that.
How?
Make them accountable. I don't need Alpha Protocol anymore. It's going to be shut down, sanitized. But if selected footage reached the world about its presence, well, that might be the best for all parties.
What? So you can make new hostilities, drive up sales?
My role in this is already protected. You got my missiles back. Shahid is dead, and all your operations in Taipei, Moscow, Rome, it didn't change anything. I can give you freedom, a new lease on life, even a villa of your choosing anywhere in the world. All I need is your cooperation. So, is it a deal or not? A future or no future at all?
I've given it careful thought. Forget it. I'm never working for you. You and Alpha Protocol aren't getting away with this. I'm gonna drag you out to the light.
Disappointing. Although, one last thing I'm curious about. Since you have every angle covered, what happened to that footage, Mike? The one of the airliner you had in your possession.
It's safe.
Oh, you mean with Scarlet?
What?
You mean safe with Scarlet. That's who you gave it to.
I didn't say that.
No, she did when we asked. She's here, you know. She was resistant at first, but, well...
Don't hurt her. I can recover that footage for you.
Noble, but misplaced. I'll have her tortured if I have to. Make no mistake about it. Who knows what sorts of secrets she can reveal. But enough about her. You've lost. All your efforts for nothing. You can't stop us.
But not yet. Because you're still planning something, right?
You're correct. There are some matters to be cleared up. Soon, all trace of this facility will be erased, and you along with it. After all, it never really existed in the first place.
Leyland?
What is it?
I haven't forgotten my mission. I'm gonna see that you answer for what happened to the people on that airliner. And only I'm leaving this place alive.
Amusing.
Not really.
Well then, you'd best get to it, Mr. Thornton. You have an hour. I look forward to your efforts.
Agent Thornton, allowing yourself to be captured, making us go through the effort of bringing you here. Well done.
It was the only way to find this place quickly, and I knew you were looking for me. It seemed time to kill two birds with one stone, pardon the metaphor.
Indeed. Well, as I said, well done. Well, I confess I'm disappointed things ended like this. I was hoping to convince you to work for us. If not Halbeck, then the VCI. But that would depend on you.
Not a chance.
I don't expect I'll see you again, Agent Thornton. Your mission ends here.
Doc will be along in just a bit to administer your meds. Nice knowing you, Thornton.
Psst. Hey, Mike.
Steven?
No, the ghost of ass-kicking's yet to come. I'm on my way. Oh, and there's a guy coming your way who looks like he wants to violate the Geneva Convention all over you. You might want to take him out first.
Yeah, I'll do that.
What the hell is going on in there?
Hey, good to see you again. Whoa, looks like you started the party without me.
Good to see you, Steven. Thanks.
Get around to it? Could you patch into the Global Monitoring Center network? Might be more reliable intel than interrogations. I don't trust these weasels any farther than I can torture.
Global Monitoring Center. Got it.
What the hell was what's written on that guy's shirt. Getting far. I'll be watching you.
There he is.
This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill.
Damn, which one?
Last chance, guys. Back up your files.
Looks like I've got a message. Big one. The hell are all these files? Recordings?
Agent Thornton, I have been attempting to reach you, without success.
Omen. I've been preoccupied.
I am calling to warn you, and to ask for your assistance. After the attack on President Sung, we analyzed the camera footage from the security systems and from news crews attending the rally. This footage is attached. The woman you were traveling with, Scarlet Lake. Do you know her well?
Uh-oh.
We have several recordings that show her with a sniper rifle at the rally. She was well hidden, but she was unable to mask her presence entirely. She is the one who attempted to assassinate President Sung. Do whatever checks you need to do on the footage. We are convinced of her role in this. She must answer for this. But we have been unable to find her, or reach you. I do not believe you had a hand in this, Agent Thornton, and I trust you will do what is right. But if you are responsible, there is nowhere you both can hide from me.
Let's move it!
Steven, go ahead.
Oh, good, you're there. Somebody keeps jamming my signal. When I find out who it is, oh boy. Doctors will have to invent new words for what I do to him.
It must be Westridge. He's in control of the facility.
Westridge, huh? File that under M for mangled wood chipper. Or should that be W for wood chipper, comma, mangle with?
Steven, did you have a reason for calling besides discussing filing structures for grievous bodily harm?
Oh, right, yeah. I got lost in my own little world there. Yeah, there's some guys up here. Looks like they're planting little round things with blinky lights all over the servers. So either they're decorating for Christmas, or
they're going to blow the servers. I'm on it. I'll meet you in the main hub.
She put up quite a fight, but it's over for her now. Your choice in what to do next. Come after us or her. It's up to you. deserved it, huh?
The way is clear. I'll stay here in case anybody gets cute and tries to come up behind you. Give him the old sweep inspection.
You're not getting far. I'll be watching you.
Hurry and set those charges. Keep an eye out for Thornton. He's still around here.
Would you dial, you idiot?
Hello there, cowboy. They just armed those demo charges. We've got exactly, not very long to shut them off.
Like the turrets, their tax dollars at work. Would you die already? Yes, I'd like to copy your read-only files. Having trouble. No, no, right, dick.
being around here.
Parker,
Like the
stop.
tides?
I'm warning you.
Get your men ready.
On it. Mikey won't get by me.
Good news, bad news.
What's the bad news?
That chopper was our ride out of here.
Great. What's the good news?
I paid extra for the insurance package.
Glad you made it out here to our live fire range. No more practice runs for you. This is the real deal. Keep him busy. I'll be back in a second.
The only way out is through here. Come on.
rigs were right on. Some of my boys did survive that explosion. Tough little buggers. Anywho, if you can get to them, might make your life a little easier.
I'll do that. For now.
Knew Darcy would fuck this up.
My guys are getting impatient to make with the killing. Where you at?
Nice spot. One of their chopper controllers spotted.
Oh, that's not good. You should probably do something about that.
Yeah, I'll figure that out. Thanks.
subtle.
like the getaway boat's come. Might want to do what needs doing before it gets here.
Thanks for the heads up.
Taking the only route off the island. You know, if you get here in time, I might even let you leave with me, as a prisoner.
Nice job, Mike, but I can't let you leave with that data. Give up now, and we'll go easy on you.
Fuck off, Westridge. Just make sure you don't run away before we get to chat.
Take him out.
Oh, danger, Mike boy, danger! That guy's coming in all over the place. Looks like the getaway boat's coming. Might want to do what needs doing before it gets here.
Thanks for the heads up, I'm on it.
Hey, good thinking, Mike. Take out the trash first. Oh, Nancy won't know what to do with himself.
Watch out! Keep the water flowing. It shouldn't be long until we can launch the boat.
If you're gonna kill me, then do it.
I'm not sure I want to. Yet. I guess I need some closure. I couldn't have made it into Alpha Protocol if you hadn't chosen. What I want to know is why.
I needed someone who could kill Shahid, get the missiles back, and keep their mouth shut. I needed someone I could trust.
I didn't have much choice. Orders and all.
That's your defense? Then it's mine too. I had my orders. We carry them out, send out agents, and we don't ask why. Say what you will. You had what it took to get the job done, and then some. That's why you were selected.
It was my life.
What life? You knew the odds going in. You wanted to serve your country. Well, this is it.
If I stayed in the program, I'd have ended up like you. Or worse, like Parker. That someone would have come along who owes one of their corporate buddies a favor, Halbeck or someone else, and we get used because we've been conditioned never to ask.
Believe it or not, Halbeck's interests are our interests. We need their technology.
No, we don't. They almost caused a war, and we helped them. For what? To secure some government contracts?
If you're gonna kill me, kill me. If you're gonna ask for your life back, then ask. But don't waste my time.
We had a responsibility. I had a responsibility. But I'm almost done here.
This program is all you know, Mike. Leave it, and you have nothing. Really, what are you gonna do? Get revenge? Expose the agency? Or maybe you came back because what you really needed was another mission.
My goals are a little higher than that. Any last words?
Yeah. Go to hell.
Not the best I've heard, but... Yancey Westridge, I'm placing you under arrest. You're going down with the ship. They may not blow this place, and if they don't, then your home is going to be a courtroom for the next few years. If you even get that far. They'll probably claim you were acting without their knowledge. That you enacted Alpha Protocol, went rogue.
Where are you going?
Now that I'm out of the box? It's my world now. I helped shape it. It was easier than I thought. And it's time to make some changes, I think. I'm sorry it came to this, Westridge, but you taught me an important lesson. I think there's other ways of serving my country without Alpha Protocol. Watch the news. You'll see. Going somewhere?
All right, Thornton. What is it you want?
To see you brought to justice.
Please, Agent, don't be a fool. How dare you hit me?
That's my life. I can keep this up all day. Now, tell me what else I can't do. You think you can give me orders? Think you have control of this situation?
Thornton, hold on. I'll give myself up. Testify, if that's what you want. I can say what happened here, with your mission.
And all I have to do is let you go, right? See, that's where you lose my interest. Goodbye, Leyland.
Thornton, please. I can pay you.
That was it? A little less than I was hoping for. A lot less killing, but boy, I like the flooding base part. That was cool. Ah, floods. They're clean and murderous. It's that same thrill you get when flushing a toilet full of red ants.
Yeah, well, as low-key as this was, we might want to stay under the radar for a while.
Not sure I like the sound of that. Quiet and all. Yeah, not really my thing. This little guerrilla action we just did, that's more my style. Well, maybe there's more bombs. Ooh, or a bomb filled with bombs. Strapped to a nuke.
Once we hit civilization, then we can start making some changes. Assuming this operation is all it appeared to be.
Wait, you mean like if this whole thing was an Alpha Protocol on top of another Alpha Protocol? Like an
Alpha Protocol. You know, I think I ran into them back in 89 or 98. Maybe both. That takes me.
Tell me on the way. See if you can pick up any news broadcasts. I want to see how the world's doing.
More setbacks for troubled Halbeck Industries today as Russian federal police uncovered extensive evidence linking the corporation's senior officers to illegal arms trafficking. This setback comes on the heels of a mysterious disappearance of Halbeck CEO Henry Leland, who vanished from his San Francisco office earlier this month. American law enforcement is cooperating with Interpol to locate him. Along with the indictments against Halbeck, several prominent Muscovite politicians and business leaders have been arrested in connection with the scandal. A series of coordinated bombings in the West Bank left hundreds dead earlier today, in an attack carried out by the Al-Samad terror network. In a video statement claiming credit for the attack, Al-Samad leader Ali Shahid said that these attacks would continue until Al-Samad's demands were met, demands which include a complete pullout of American troops from the entirety of the Islamic world. The attacks were carried out using primitive homemade explosives, which limited the casualties. Experts say that had the suicide bombers had access to high-quality military-grade bombs, the death toll could have easily been twice as high. INN Middle East policy analysts have attributed this fact to the recent drop in arms trafficking in the region, since coalition forces shut down the arms network of Mohammed Omar bin Nasri earlier this month. On the one-month anniversary of the Roman Museum bombing, thousands turned up for a candlelight vigil in memory of the fallen. Leading the crowd was Madison St. James, an American woman who very nearly died in the attack. Miss St. James has become a striking political figure in the previous weeks, having spoken at the EU headquarters in Strasbourg, the US Senate, and the Mid-East Unity Conference in Riyadh. She has called for reforms in anti-terror legislation, citing sweeping human rights violations that are ultimately ineffectual at combating terrorism. Uncertainty still grips Taiwan in the wake of President Ronald Sung's assassination. Emergency elections are scheduled in 3 weeks, with the country's future hanging in the balance. Sung's pro-independence leanings were never popular among certain elements of the government, and speculation has abounded that his successor will face pressure to back down and press for formal reintegration with the People's Republic of China. Taiwanese authorities announced the execution of assassin Wen Shu today. Investigators have uncovered no motive for the assassination. A copy of Catcher in the Rye, a novel famously associated with conspiracy theories and secret American brainwashing programs, was found in his apartment, leading to internet speculation that Wen Shu was an American sleeper agent planted to assassinate Sung and touch off a war with China. U.S. government sources have declined comment.